In the today's class, we are going to discuss about how we are going to use the interfaces to achieve multiple inheritance concept also. And then we'll go for what is the difference in between the class as well as the interface. This is the main thing. Maybe you can expect an question in an examination. So what I'm expecting, they will ask for the difference between a class as well as the interface. Okay, both are having some similar things, but they are totally different at the time of an implementation, as well as the declaration of variables and the methods also inside an interface as well as a class. Okay, so today in the last class we discussed about what is an interface. The interface is like a blueprint of the class. It's like we are going to deal each and everything inside that, but inside an interface it is not possible to implement because it doesn't consisting of an implementation inside an interface. This is the thing what we discussed. Only it will be allowed after the implementation. If there is any class that it implements the interface, it should override all the methods inside an interface, what we discussed. And it is used to achieve abstraction, multiple inheritance in Java. So we today maximum I'll try to tell you about the multiple inheritance. Okay, maximum I'll tell you because so many concepts are included in interface concept. Everything is somewhat different compared with other topics. This interface concept is somewhat different because each and every application in the organizations completely based on the interfaces only. So maximum those people deals with the interface as well as the inheritance. So abstract or yeah, because the interface is consisting of abstraction, so there is no need to tell particularly about abstraction, because to share the functionality only abstraction is important for us, but the interface is already using the abstraction. So particularly there is no need to mention about abstract methods or abstract class. So mainly the Java consisting of three concepts called inheritance, abstraction, as well as the interface. Interface consisting of abstract methods. Okay, by default, all the methods inside an interface we declare as abstract methods only. What is the abstract methods? That doesn't consisting of an implementation. So let me go for an example. Yesterday we just stopped the example where it is. Let me share my screen. Okay, where is it? Yeah. Yeah, see this one. So this is the example what we discussed yesterday. So here by default the interface consisting of abstract methods. What is the abstract methods? By default, in the sense there is no need to mention any abstract over here. Yesterday itself I mentioned it's not highlighted because there is no need to write. It's your own opinion whether you write it or not. See this one, modifier abstract is redundant for interface methods. So here already the interface consisting of abstract methods by default. So why you are going to mention over here? There is no need to use it over here. Just delete it, not required. So if for the information point of view, if you are going to write something, you want to show in a paper, just write it as a comment like this is like an abstract method. Okay, to tell the information for others. Sorry. Okay, like this abstract method. So what is an abstract method? Abstract method doesn't have an implementation. If anything is going to implement the interface, it must override all the methods inside an interface. Again, I'm telling you, if any class is going to implement an interface, it must override all the abstract methods consisting of an interface. So it is essential. See this one, again, I'm showing you in the last class already showed you. See this one, it is showing error. Either it should be an abstract class or else you have to implement everything inside an interface. So again, I'm going to tell you Alt Enter, implement methods, and all the methods will be implemented like this. Okay. Okay. So here inside a main method, I created test2 class. So this is the test2 class. Here I created an object for test2 class. And by using the object, by using the test object, I'm just calling the implemented methods inside a test2 class, which implements interface. But okay, let me run this and then I will tell you what is I mean, we are not using the interface over here, but let me run this to show the output. See this one. We already got the output, what the interface consisting of. This is the interface and it has been implemented inside the class. Here we are having three methods. Only we are calling all those three methods. Only we are calling all those three methods. One second, I will be back. Yeah, here we created an object for the class. So here we just calling all the methods inside it. Then how we are going to know that this interface is going to access or not? See this one, cool, hot, and the temperature. All these things are not highlighted because we didn't use this. So without using this, how we can say that we just achieved the interface? It is not good. So we are going to use an upcasting concept. Upcasting, let me declare an upcasting so that you will know the term upcasting. We are having a typecasting concept. What is a typecasting concept? Again, I'm going to tell you about a typecasting concept like this. If there is anything inside a string, S is equals to, sorry, I'm going to mention a 56 over here. Okay, I want to convert into the integer. So for the integer, sorry, primitive data type, it should be I is equals to integer dot parseInt and then S. So which we call it as a typecasting. This is called a typecasting. So here, this is a conversion. We are going to pass the string value to the integer because it consisting of a value. This consisting of an integer value. If it is like sun, it also shows this, but at the time of printing, it throws an error, like because integers doesn't allow string values. Okay, this is called the conversion. Let me delete this. So here we are going to use a upcasting concept. So what is an upcasting concept? Here we are going to create, let me declare this 1 second. There is an example for this. Let me share you that. Wait a second. Sorry, it has been shared. Where is that? Once again, I will search for it. It is there inside. Sorry, so many windows has been opened. Almost all 20 windows are opened. That's why I'm searching for it. Wait a second. Yeah, got it. I got it. Yeah, see this one. So here we are going to create an object for the test one. Okay, this is like test one. So here I'm going to take the name of a test one. Okay, so here let me delete this. I created an object for the interface. I created an object for the interface over here. So previously this class has an object over here. I just declared an object for the class 2, this test 2. But here I just created a object for the interface, and then I instantiated this class which implements the interface. So here by instantiating this to the interface, we will call it as an upcasting. So remember the term, which is very useful for you. So here, how you are going to do the upcasting? Just take what are all the classes over here and assign which extends or implements. If it is a class, it is like extends, right? So if it is like interface, it is an implements. So here, take the main parent. Take the main parent as a object and instantiate the subclass for that. This is a subclass. This is the instantiation of subclass. So this is called an upcasting. So now it is not highlighted. Let me take it as a cool. So I'm going to access this by using. So I'm here taking a test one. This is the name, right? Test one dot cool. So here cool has been called on. See this one, it has been highlighted. Now we are using the interface concept. So then only the interface concept has been achieved. So here, this is how we are going to access interface abstract methods. But here we just instantiated this method, the subclass method over here, sorry, subclass over here. That's why each and every implementation is assigned to the interface. It is already having an abstract methods that doesn't have an implementation. But here we assign the implementation to this. That's why it has been highlighted. This is the rule, just follow it. That's it. And again, I'm going to call test one dot temperature and then test one dot hot. Okay, yeah, good. So everything has been accessed. So this one all are highlighted. This is how the interface works. Okay, let me run this program. See this one. So in an examination, don't create an object for the, 1 second, I will show you. In an examination, don't create an object for the test2 class like this. If you create a test2 class like this is not an interface. This is like a common class that extends inheritance concept. Let me take you, let me show you that one also. Okay, let me take this extends. So it has to be implemented in this way only. You are going to access that. Let me, so I need to remove everything. Just in this sense, this is correct. But if it is like an interface, this is not correct. Okay, it should be the declaration of object is for the interface only. Okay, remember that one. Don't forget that. Okay, test one. Okay, so this is how we achieve an interface. Now we are going to discuss what is the real-time use of a interface over here. Okay, so it consisting of, let me take it as a, okay, I will go for one more example. Okay, right click, Java class. I'm taking it as a rate of, I already said at the runtime polymorphism, uh, the concept will occur. I mean, the polymorphism. What is the polymorphism? That it have a many forms. Poly in the sense many. Morphism in the sense forms. Many forms in the sense, just now I'm going to take the many forms of a particular interface. Just check it out. Rate of interest. So each and every bank is having some different rate of interest. So now I'm going to take an interface. interface bank. So same as, sorry, the same as a class. It starts with a capital letter. Every time I'm going to mention, it is like a class, but we use a keyword and interface over here. By default, we are having abstract methods in this. Okay. Here we are having one method called, I will take a void rate ROI. Yeah, which is enough for us. Okay, so this is, we are having abstract method inside a bank. So we are having a bank, right? So now I'm creating a class for like yeah, SBI. Let me take a capital letter SBI, and there should be a class. I'm going to implement the interface bank over here, bank, ANK bank. Okay, now we have to implement it. So here I mentioned a void. I'm going to change it to int. Yeah, rate of interest is like a doubles, right? Okay, double. I need to change this one also. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, sorry for the disturbance. Yeah. So it is asking for the return value, RETURN return. Will take as 6.2. Yeah, okay. So SBI's rate of interest is 6.2. And again, I'm going to take one more class. Like I'm going to take two banks, which is an ICICI implements bank. Okay, it has been done. So this is the real-time use. This is the real-time use, how the people are using inside their applications. Now it should return a value. Sorry, to implement the values. Okay. And it consisting of, yeah, they are having rate of interest like 7.2. Yeah, these people are like to grab the people's interest inside the bank. These private banks are supposed to give so much rate of interest for the amount you just paid. That's it. That's why I mentioned 7.2. That doesn't matter for us. So here, this class, we are having the main method. Let me declare that public static void main string box. Okay. So here, how to create an upcast for that? Upcasting, I have to take a bank. I have to take the bank. I have to create a bank object like bank and is equals to, and I'm going to first one, I'm going to take an SBI new. How to instantiate that? There should be a keyword called new, and then you have to create SBI. So now I'm going to access bank dot ROI, which we retrieve the information of this. This is a real-time usage of interfaces. Once you just declare only once and then use many times, just you are going to use a many times, which is a polymorphism over here. You can achieve that. And now I'm going to, again, I'm going to take bank, ANK bank. This is a bank one is equals to new ICICI. So now I'm going to take bank one dot rate of interest. Let me run this program. See this one. I will explain later. Wait a second. Oh man, I need to mention it inside. Sorry, I just forgot to tell that. This should be inside system dot out dot println. Even I forgot that. Let's. Okay, now it will be printed. There is no need to worry. See this one. So how we are using in the real time? Simply just declare once. Simply just declare once and use many times. So that interfaces are very useful for you in the real-time applications also. Okay. And now I think you got this, what I said. So this is how we are going to use in the real-time world. Let me share you my slide. Where is the slide? Yeah. See this one. Now I'm going to tell you class versus an interface. So this is a very important. So many things are there. I will share you at the time of after completion of the second unit. I will give you a clear cut detailed information inside the document. I will share you the notes for that. Okay, there is no need to worry. This is the generalized. Just simply I'm saying. So class extends another class. Yeah, we know that. So if a class extends another class, what we call that, this is a single inheritance. This is a single inheritance. Class implements interface. Class implements interface. This is also like inheritance only, single inheritance. Think like this is single inheritance. The same thing. So here, an interface extends an interface. This is how we are going to remember. You have to remember this. Here, class extends a class. Interface also extends interface, but the class implements an interface. So you have to remember this one. Don't forget this. You are going to use so many times this one. Okay. So this is how the difference in between that. So generally, what is the main difference in between that? Inside a class, we are having static and non-static methods. Inside this, and we are having abstract methods also. But inside this, we are having only abstract methods. But one thing I want to tell you, just we are working on a Java 8 right now. We are working on a Java 8 right now. Till Java 8, we don't have a keyword called a default. This interfaces allows default also. Inside in your syllabus, they specified that default inside an interface. So I will tell you that example also. So there is no need to worry about that. So here, one thing you have to remember. One second. Yeah. So you have to remember that inside an interfaces, we are having only abstract methods by default, but there is a keyword also available called default. The previous versions, in the sense the Java versions we are having right now, we are working on Java 8, the maximum version till the Oracle is working on Java 17. It is working on 17 and we are learning it. I think it's such a pity thing. I think, yeah, they mentioned like we don't need to discuss about all those things. So Java 8 and the maximum version right now, the Oracle is working on Java 17. The 16 is a stable version and the 17th version, stable in the sense right now Java 8 is a stable version, like that 16 also stable version, and Java 17 is in the beta version that they are working. If someone is working in and it is under the testing condition, we will call it as a beta version. So if suppose today itself I built an application and just I placed in a Play Store. So if I'm working on it still and I'm testing on it, I'm still testing on it, then that application is called as a beta version. Maybe if there is any error, that's why they named it as a beta, BETA, beta versions, we'll call it as. Okay. So the 17th is a Java 17 is a beta version and Java 16 is a stable version. Till Java 16, we can install it. So I will show you that one also inside our IntelliJ IDEA tool is there. Now we are working on. So this interfaces till Java 7, we don't have a keyword default inside an interface. But in Java 8, they introduced the keyword called default. Okay, let me show you that. Okay, let me share this. Yeah. So this one, see this one. Now I'm going to take here, this is a double ROI. Inside that, I'm going to take a default. See this one, default. Default. And I'm going to take a method name. I will take it as a void test. So if I mention a default like this, it expects an implementation. What we discussed, the interface body consisting of the interface body in the sense in between these braces, we call it as a body. So within the body of an interface, Java allows, the interface allows only an abstract methods. By default, this is an abstract method, but there is also a keyword called default that expects an implementation inside interface also. It is possible. This is one of the syllabus. You are having the concept, this one. We'll discuss in detail about that later because I need to complete before, what is the time now? Yeah, it's a 10, right? Yeah, it's okay. I will try to complete that one also. So this is how this in previous Java 7, this default is not available. From the Java 8 only, they introduced the default method inside Java. Okay. This is how we are going to take that, and we can access this over here also. Okay, don't you think about this? I will give you a detailed information about the default method inside an interface after the completion of the topic what we are discussing right now. Okay. Okay, let me share it out. Okay, now we are going to discuss about this one, right? Let me share my screen. Yep, yeah. See this one. So this is the main difference. It consisting of a static methods and non-static methods, and it consisting of only the abstract methods. And inside the Java 8, we are having a default method also, which is implementable. The abstract methods are not implementable, but these default methods are implementable. There you need to implement over there at the time of a declaration of a default method. Okay, so here we are going to take an implements method to get the properties of an interface, and just all the methods inside an interface will be overridden in our class what we are implementing in the sense of two interfaces. In the sense of a two interfaces, if we are going to use the extends keyword to get the properties of an interface, that this interface get all the properties of this interface towards this interface. Okay, I will give you the example for that. Yeah, I'm going to show you this one. Wait a second, I forgot to show you this one also. Yeah, see this one. So here, this is how the class and the interfaces are differentiated. So here we are having a multiple interface. So this is how we are going to achieve inheritance concept in Java. In Java, multiple inheritance is not possible. This is achieved by the interface concept. See this one. So a class that implements the interface and the class that implements the interface, but the class does not extends the class at a time, both of them. And here the interface can have the or two properties of the two interfaces also. Don't get confused. These are all the simple things. Okay, an interface can inherit another interface using same keyword extends and not the keyword implements. Again, I'm telling you, interface is going to extend one more interface. It doesn't go for the implementation. Here the class only implements the interface. Okay, let me. So here I'm going to take one more example, like I'm going to discuss about multiple interface. Yeah. See this one. Now I'm going to take this one. Just I need to copy to save some time. Okay, let me do this. Look, static void main string arguments. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to declare an interface over here. How we are going to declare that with the keyword interface? I'm going to take like a test. Sorry, it should be the capital letter. And okay, I'm going to take, what is this? Duplicate. See again, the duplicate classes. Yeah, I will take as a Tesla, which is a car's name. Never mind. Yeah, I'm taking as interface Ferrari. Okay. It is showing interface Ferrari. Yeah, I'm going to use that already. And I'm going to take one more class over here to show the difference in between the interfaces as well as the class. So the class name should be like, yeah, take as a car. Okay, this is a car. If it is like a car, I need to use this one also. Should be. Yeah, okay. Actually, the car should be over here and we are getting the properties of a car towards our Tesla and Ferrari. So that doesn't matter for our information point of view. I'm just telling how these two things are differentiated. Okay. So here I'm going to take one more class like, okay, bus. Yeah, I'll take it as a bus. Yes. We need to take a capital letter over here. Should be like C. Yep, see this one. So here it consisting of a methods, right? So if you want to extend an interface, if you want to get the properties of this interface towards this interface, you have to use extends keyword Tesla. So if you go and use an implements, see this one, it is not possible. Only extends is allowed over here. So an interface extends another interface. A class implements interface. Okay. Implements Tesla. See this one. So this is how we differentiated a class with the interface. Okay. Let me go for Lamborghini. Okay. Okay. One second. I'm going to share you that one. Wait a second. Where is that? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, directly I'm going to take it as, one second. Oh, yeah. So here we are going to achieve multiple inheritance concept like implements. Sorry, just 1 minute. I will get back. Yeah, there was a disturbance. That's why it took so much time. Never mind. Okay. So here I'm going to take abstract method void print. This is a keyword, right? No, this is not a keyword. It doesn't matter. Okay. So here inside this, I'm going to take one more show void, sorry, void void show. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to implement both of these interfaces inside our class. Okay, this is our class. We are going to use both of these. So, but I'm going to tell you one more thing, which is not possible inside the multiple inheritance. Now, this is possible over here, Ferrari. See this one. So here, which is possible over here. But in the sense, if these two are a classes, let me implement this. Later we'll discuss about this. See this one. So here, if these two things are a classes, think like these two things are a classes. So multiple, what is the multiple inheritance? The class is going to acquire the properties of both of these classes. Please concentrate on this topic. This is very important. So multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. So how you are going to overcome that issue inside a Java? By using interface concept. Here we are having two interfaces. By these, we are considering these two as a base class, base interfaces. And then I'm going to implement this. If these two things are a classes, if I mention the class name over here, it throws an error that multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. It throws the error. This is how we will achieve. So here we are having abstract methods over here. This should not be a print, just PRT will mention as a PRT because it is a keyword, right? Yeah. So PRT, so this is how we achieve multiple inheritance concept. This is possible right now. See this one, both these two things are interfaces only, and we are going to implement all these two properties. So how you are going to implement this? You have to override these two things and you are going to implement these two methods inside this class. This is how we are going to achieve inheritance concept in multiple inheritance concept in Java. Okay, that is good. How you are going to access that? How you are going to access that? Okay, I'm going to create an object for this class. Let me take it as system.out.println. I think I wasted 5 to 10 minutes, right? It's very this is Tesla. Okay, let me copy this to save some time and paste it over here. This is a Ferrari. Okay, these two things are implemented. Why this has been implemented? Because there is a abstract method inside an interface. Every time I'm going to tell you, please remember there should be a capital letter like a class for the interface also. And it allows only abstract methods which doesn't have an implementation. And these things are implemented inside a class by using a keyword called implements. So it is possible to get two interfaces at a time. It is possible to acquire the two properties of the interfaces at a time, which is not possible in the sense of extents, which is not possible in the sense of extents, right? Okay, let me delete this. I will show you that one also. Wait a second. Consider this as a class and consider this as a class. And now see this one. Don't you consider this? So it is extending multiple classes. Extending multiple classes is not possible. That's why multiple inheritance is not possible. How we achieved that? We are going to take two interfaces over here and we are implementing all those methods inside the class. Okay. Now how you are going to let me remove this one. Yeah. So how you are going to acquire these things? I'm not using the upcasting over here. I'm just creating the object of the car. Just simply for our information point of view, I'm telling you this car space, the variable name, the object name of the car is equal to car is equal to how you are going to instantiate that with a new keyword, and there should be a car of. And then how you are going to get these methods by using the object name of the car, car dot print, and one more thing, car dot show. Okay, has been done. But the interfaces are not used over here. If you want to use that, you have to upcast it. Okay, let me run this, whether it is working properly or not. Yeah, it is working fine. So what we discussed over here, we are having two interfaces and we are implementing both the two interfaces inside the single class, which we call it as the overcome of a multiple inheritance concept. Okay, if you want to highlight this, let me create an what is the name for that? Tesla, right? Tesla, and there should be Tesla, and I assign car for that. Okay, if you want to access particular this interface also, you have to create one more for that, because these are two different interfaces what we are using right now. That is equal to, you have to create an instantiate for the implemented class. So implemented class should be assigned as a instantiation for the interface. So we'll call it as an upcasting. So how you are going to achieve this, how you are going to highlight this, how you are going to access this, based on the objects we created at the time of an upcasting. Now I am going to access a Tesla dot print, and now I'm going to access Ferrari dot show. Let me run, and these two things are highlighted. These interfaces are somewhat confused, but if you understand a simple concept, then you will get a clear cut idea. If I'm ask you to just do this task, then you will do it very fast. Just a small thing you have to understand every time. What we are doing, just simply we are doing what we are doing. Just to access these methods, what you need to do, just create an object for the car class. And then by using a dot operator, you are going to access the methods inside this. If you want to access the interfaces, it is like you have to use an upcasting. We'll call it as an upcasting, right? So this is a very easy example. Tomorrow just we'll go for this as an eagle eye over here, and then we'll move to the another topic. There is a multiple interfaces also available. Okay, and have a nice day. You may leave the class. Thank you.